What happens when a win is declared, but the reality on the ground tells a totally different story?
So, on a Tuesday, the conflict with Iran was supposedly over, but the facts just didn't add up.
Right away, the first big question was, why were more troops still being sent to the Middle East?
Plus, the Army raised the enlistment age. That looks like you need more soldiers, right? Not fewer.
A key promise was also made: reopen this critical waterway and get the oil flowing again.
But despite that promise, gas prices just kept going up. You probably saw it yourself at the pump. Experts were weighing in, saying Iran wasn't about to surrender. They pretty much predicted a stalemate.
Then, this happened. And suddenly, you just couldn't ignore the gap between the words and the reality.
And this wasn't a small thing. We're talking real casualties and some serious damage to military hardware.
So, what was the thinking here? Why the escalation? Let's dig into what the analysts were saying.
Well, one analyst argued the whole conflict was based on claims that were, never actually proven.
So instead of collapsing, Iran got resilient. They started using their own location as a weapon, basically.
This whole situation left the US kind of stuck, in a box, with really limited diplomatic moves.
See, this whole thing started as what experts call a war of choice. The US chose to get in. But the crisis in the Strait of Hormuz, that flipped the script. It changed absolutely everything. And what that means is the dynamic had completely shifted. It became a war of necessity. And that meant a huge number of American troops, 10,000 of them, were now right in the middle of it. They're in extremely high-risk spots. I mean, think about it. Only 20 to 30 seconds of warning time.
So that leaves us with this one huge critical question. What is the mission for those troops now?